Good evening. It is one of the most contentious races on the November ballot.
Allegations coming fast and furious from both sides in a race that will affect parents and children for many years to come.
The latest salvo comes from the incumbent, Judge Dawn Amaker, who's claiming dirty politics following the release of a letter attacking her and promoting her opponent.
North Shore reporter Heath Allen with the new developments in the family court feud.
My letter is from me. Written by me as an advocate for 36 years for abused women and children.
Earlier this month, North Shore attorney Richard Ducote sent this confidential letter to lawyers in Washington and St. Tammany parishes in support of family court judge candidate Nanine McCool and slamming the way incumbent judge Dawn Amaker runs her courtroom. That letter is not so confidential anymore, not since the author sent it to WDSU and other local media. It reads in part, "I have never encountered another judge handling child custody cases with so little knowledge and understanding regarding the evidence of, the dynamics of, and the damage done by the physical and sexual abuse of women and children as Judge Dawn Amaker possesses."
If you run for judge and don't want people to comment on your record, that's a problem.
Ducote did represent McCool in recent proceedings before the Louisiana Attorney Disciplinary Board, but insists he has nothing to do with her campaign. His letter, however, sparked quick response from Amaker, who filed this complaint with the Judicial Campaign Oversight Committee, alleging McCool allowed Ducote to make false claims about her. A spokesman for Amaker declined further comment on the matter, explaining in a statement that the Judicial Code of Conduct keeps such things confidential. And, quote, Judge Amaker is therefore prevented from responding to Mr. Ducote's, quote, press release. The race for family court judge on the North Shore growing heated as the two candidates square off.
A lot of the litigants, the parents who've been through this, are speaking out.
Custody is not a tool to regulate human behavior.
Keely Crozat co-founded Operation SAVE. Scores of parents locked in custody battles in the 22nd Judicial District, all with similar stories, all critical of what they believe to be a broken family court system. Most of this group have told us they've kept anonymous because their cases are still open. They and the handful who have stepped forward publicly say family court can be a financial backbreaker, and they question some of the actions being taken from the bench.
Because she's a judge and she can do what she wants to do, she threw me in jail. And I endured the worst experience in my life.
The secrecy behind closed doors and off the record, because there's no clear record of what happens in court. When the recorder goes off, anything can be said, and the Court of Appeal is not going to hear it.
This father, with a case before the court, says he's already spent $150,000 over 2 years in his child custody battle and hasn't called his first witness. He claims the judge bullies him in court.
I'm going to throw you in jail. I ask you a question, I try to answer it, tells me to shut up, or I'm going to throw you in a holding cell. Does not care about the facts of the case.
I think there's a huge overriding freedom of speech issue here.
Several months ago, we contacted Judge Dawn Amaker about the parents' specific concerns. She declined our offer to sit down for an interview. As for Judge Amaker's complaint against candidate Nanine McCool, that remains active, and if substantiated, could lead to a citation for violation of the Louisiana Code of Judicial Conduct. On your side on the North Shore, Heath Allen, WDSU News.
Candidate Nanine McCool says that she has until Monday to reply to the complaint filed against her by Judge Amaker. She says she will comply.